solo review today. So I'm down here cleaning the cellar slash basement. We're going to redo our basement, so I've been putting stuff into boxes, and then I've also started packing up the beer cellar to put into boxes so I can store it in my office. So I don't want them to kind of knock anything over when they're down here working. And I was like, you know what? I have so many beers down here. Stuff I've been saving for Mike and I to do together. Stuff I've been saving just in general. And I'm like, you know what? This is just getting out of control. There's beers that are down here that are like 6-7 years old that probably won't hold up. And I said, screw it. Let's just open this one. And this one isn't even that old, but I've been down to try it. 2019 Lickinghole Creek's Hide the Despot Russian Imperial Stout, aged in 23-year-old Kentucky bourbon barrels. So the secret is it says keep it a secret, keep it safe. And they aged it for 1 year. And it's supposed to be it's Pappy barrels, but they can't necessarily say it's Pappy barrels. So they just so the blue label signifies Pappy barrels, I guess. I also have a purple one that is also rum barrel aged version of this Imperial Stout. So yeah, I got this about a year-ish ago, pre-COVID, so more than a year ago. When we took a trip with some friends. We went to a bunch of breweries, one of them being Lickinghole Creek. And yeah, so we're gonna dive into this one. I had a friend who said that he tried it and it wasn't as good as they expected, or it was off, but we'll see. So this beer is 11.3%. That's going to get capped. Got it. Excuse me. In my Trillium 6 States Snifter. This beer is, what is on this glass? Just a piece of lint. Beer is, I want to say, is it brown? It's a little light. No, I think it's pretty much pitch black. Really nice rocky head. Yeah, really, really nice. Pitch black. Yeah, maybe a little bit of brown. But anyways, about a finger ahead. I'm gonna get a nose. Ooh. There's fudge. There's cocoa. There's also fudge brownie. There's an oakiness. Little bit of vanilla. You can smell the bourbon. A little bit of a peatiness to it too. I haven't had Pappy in a little bit. I've only had it a handful of times, so I couldn't really tell you flavor profiles. I like bourbon. I like rye. I like whiskey enough, but I'm not a huge fan where I'm like, oh, I gotta get this one. I gotta get this one. I'm not like that. Like I had a rye whiskey the other day for the first time forever. I have a few like Angel's Envy bourbon and stuff like that. So I do like a good bourbon, but it's not as crazy obsessive as this beer, my beer obsession, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's got this doughiness to it too. Either way, cheers. My face pretty much told you what I just got there. Really, really boozy. Oh man. It's like, was this just barrel just extremely wet? All right, let's see if we can find this out. This is pretty much cellar temperature. I put it in the fridge for about 15 minutes to get a little bit of a chill on it, but it came right out of the cellar. All right. Nope. I feel like whenever I do solo reviews, this happens more so than when I do them with Mike. Yeah, I think this beer took a turn. Okay. All right. Whoosh. Jesus. There's some chocolate. There's some booze. It's whiskey. It's very bourbon forward. This is a really, 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 really wet barrel. There's some oakiness, almost oak stave type thing going on. So it has that hit of the bourbon, like the heat. It's super, super boozy. But when I get the oak, it's almost like it wasn't aged in. Like you ever have a beer where it's just aged on oak staves, or just not actually in an actual barrel, and it gives you that oaky flavor, but you just know it wasn't aged in a barrel. That's sort of what I'm getting from this a little bit. I'm not finishing this bottle, I can tell you that much. yeah, it's just very, it's also very thin. Wet paper too, so it could be a little bit oxidized. Yeah, overall, I was given it was Pappy, you know, people are like, oh, Pappy, yeah. But it doesn't really mean it's going to be a great place to age a beer in. Well, maybe other beers are well aged in there, but I don't know. Sometimes, I guess there are certain barrels that you do get different characteristics. Like they have the Bourbon County where they release the Heaven Hills, the Buffalo Trace, the Wild Turkey barrels individually, and you do get different flavor profiles from those. I'm not saying, I don't think this has anything to do with the barrel. I don't know if the stout itself is just off. It's just not very appetizing. I'm gonna go one more time. There's not much. It's like there's some chocolate if you pull for it, some dark fruits. It's just kind of like wet paper, boozy. Yeah, down in the comments, have you had the 2019 batch of Hide the Despot from Lickinghole Creek, their Russian Imperial Stout aged in Pappy barrels, apparently. What you think of it? What you think of this series in general? Yeah. What do you think of Lickinghole Creek? I honestly, I really do like them. So I feel kind of bad, kind of poo-pooing on this beer, but it is what it is. Not every time. You can't hit it out of the park every time is where I was going with that. But yeah, nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if those are your things, please like, comment, subscribe, hit those notification bells. I don't know why I did this. Notification bells, ding, ding. And yeah, down in the comments if you had this board, what do you think of it? And I'm Sean. This is Nerdsense.